Well, hello and welcome to this sports showcase event on Harford TV. I'm Don Morrison. My pleasure, along with Harford TV director Dennis Cassidy and his crew, to be with you from Fallston High School. It's a balmy late September night. The Cougars will play host to the Patterson Huskies. It's a Tidings Division football matchup between two teams coming in with a 1-1 record. Two teams coming off a run to the state title last year, both of them coming up just a bit short. Huskies under their fourth-year head coach Dave Hurick. They opened with a 53-20 loss at the hands of the Elkton Golden Elks. They bounced back though last week, 35-6 they defeated Rising Sun. Huskies feature a wide-open passing attack. Junior quarterback Bryson Hunter at the controls. He's thrown 96 times in 2 games, completing 58 for a 60.4% completion percentage. That's good for 574 yards and 5 touchdowns. Meanwhile, Fallston coming off a loss to Seymourton right after opening with a win against North Hartford. They're under first-year head coach Derry Krumholtz. The Cougars feature returning all-county, all-region junior quarterback Michael Griffin. He's number 1. Griffin has rushed for 137 yards, a 9.1 per rush average, and 2 Ds, while completing 19 of 35 passes for 241 yards and a TD. Should be a great test for both teams, each looking to get off to a big start in the Tidings Division, their first Tidings Division game. We mentioned these two teams were in the state playoffs last year. The Fallston Cougars went 9-3 overall, 8-2 coming into the playoffs. They lost in the state semifinals to Dunbar. Meantime, the Patterson Huskies, they finished 8-4, lost in the state quarterfinals, both these teams in the Class 1A region. As we mentioned, they're both in the Tidings Division. Unfortunately, because of the way the situation is set up, there will not be a champion in terms of the Harford County or the Yuckback this year, because they can't play a championship game due to the fact that they have to go into the region playoffs. So the bottom line is you want to win your division, and then you can claim a portion at least of the championship for the county. Should be a great game tonight. These two teams very evenly matched, we think. And again, contrasting styles. Patterson Mill, the passing team. Fallston, yeah, they pass the ball, but they also run it more than they pass. Dave Stewart is the referee. Stephen Davis, the umpire. Mason Putney, the linesman. Greg Yagney, the line judge, Brandon Neff, the field judge, and Brian Norman is the side judge. Now to honor our country, it's the band, the Fallston Marching Cougars, under the direction of Ariel Foote. Here is our national anthem to honor our country. Great job by the Fallston Marching Cougar Band. Just about ready for the start of this game tonight. It is, as I said, a balmy night. Temperature somewhere in the high 70s and a little bit, maybe humid, but just a great night to be playing football here in the high school division. Patterson Huskies dressed in the white uniforms, Fallston in the host orange uniforms.
As they face this period of profound loss, we encourage everyone to offer their support and compassion in the days and weeks ahead. This evening, let the power of sports bring our communities together as we remember those affected by yesterday's events. Let tonight's competition remind us of the strength of our Harford County connection that brings us together in times of celebration and sorrow. Thank you.
John Connolly, the stadium announcer, having everyone a moment of silence. A tragedy yesterday at the C. Milton Wright High School, where there was a vehicle accident involving a car and a bus, and unfortunately one young person lost their lives and 18 injured. So our hearts go out to the parents and the families and the young people at C. Milton Wright, showing the solidarity that we have as a county, that here at Fallston they would honor the memory of the young lady who unfortunately passed away, and the tragedy that occurred there at C. Milton Wright. Just about ready now for our game. Again, we mentioned the Fallston Cougars in the orange uniforms and the white pants, team that comes in at 1-1, team that comes off a great season last year, in which they finished 9-3, lost in the state semifinals in Class 1A to Dunbar. You see the captains coming to the middle of the field. Again, Patterson Mill dressed in the white and teal, and Fallston in the orange uniforms. I want to thank Joe Collins and Patrick Mull. Joe Collins, the principal, and Patrick Mull, the athletic director here at Fallston. They, as always, make us very welcome and comfortable and do everything they can to make our stay here at Fallston very pleasant. I'm surrounded by the entire, it appears, the parent contingent from Fallston High School. They all promised me that they will keep it under control here, but it'll be fun to be around them. Student section just to our left. So it will be a wonderful evening for football between these two teams. There you see the referee about ready to flip the coin. That's Dave Stewart, the referee. We're waiting to see who wins the toss. There you saw some of the crowd here tonight at Fallston. Okay, it looks like the Patterson Mill Huskies will be going from right to left, Fallston from left to right. Just about ready for the beginning of this game. 4 12-minute quarters. It is the Patterson Mill Huskies from just south of Bel Air against the Fallston Cougars from the northwestern part of the county. Both these two teams came out of Bel Air High School, if you will, expansion schools. Fallston way back in 1977. Patterson Mill in 2005. So they have long since developed their own identity. The Huskies of Patterson Mill, under the head coach of Dave Urick. Dave, 10 years the head coach at Bel Air High School. The last 4 years he's been the head coach at Patterson Mill. Fallston will be in the deep receiving formation, as you see. Now check that, Fallston will be kicking off. It is Patterson Mill in the receiving formation. Looks like going back to receive the ball, number 10, Owen Henfey. And on the far side, can't make out that number, but Henfey on the near side. Fallston getting ready to kick the ball off. We're just about ready to get underway. And here we go. High end over end kick coming up, taking it on about the 18-yard line. Good yardage, and now hit and held just about at the 30. And that's where the Patterson Mill Huskies will put the ball in play, 1st and 10 from their own 31 yard line.
1st and 10, Huskies.
Huskies coming in again at 1-1. Lost to Elkton in their first game, defeated Rising Sun in their second game. Bryson Hunter will be the starting quarterback. Started since he was a freshman. He's now a junior, number 2. 58 for 96, 60.4%, 574 yards, 9.9 per throw, 5 TDs in motion. Here comes the throw. It's complete. Complete on the near side. That's to Liam Pridgeon. Pridgeon hit after a very short gain. Looks like the tackle made by number 11. That's Trent Richter. Trent coming up from his safety position. Second down, just about 10 yards to go. The ball at the 31-yard line. Almost jumping all sides is Fallston. They get back. Shotgun formation. Bryce and Hunter, the quarterback. Back to throw again. Looking, being rushed. Gets away from one, throws the ball. It's going to be caught on a diving catch on the near side. Let's see, do they give him credit? Yeah, they do. Nice diving catch by Alex Villani. That ball now up to about the 39-yard line. It'll bring up a third down. Third down and just about one, maybe 1.5. Direct snap, handoff. Hit at the line of scrimmage, drags forward and gets the first down. Looks like Mason Frigid with the carry. Mason Frigid, number 7, the junior, 5'10", 165-pounder, averaging 4.0 yards per carry. First down, the first down of the game on that series by the Patterson Mill Huskies. As you can see, they have a hurry-up offense. No time for the defense to set. It's a wide-open formation. Hunter, the lone man in the backfield. Hunter back to throw, being rushed. Gets away from one man. On the run, is going to throw the ball, and it's going to be incomplete. Boy, that Fallston rush defense really, really tough. Hunter had no chance to throw the ball. Cole Shea, the senior, 6 foot, 240-pounder, the middle backer, or the nose guard, I should say, the captain, is the man who did the big rush on Hunter. Brings up a second down and 10. 4 plays from scrimmage, 4 passes. That's nothing that we don't expect. It's kind of interesting. Dave Urich, when he coached at Bel Air and up until recently, was a run-first coach. He says because Bryson Hunter is just that kind of talent. You go with the talent you have on your team. Looks like a timeout on the field.
Timeout called on the field by Patterson Mill.
Patterson Mill not quite where they wanted to be. Key down coming up, second down and 10. Liam Pridgeon, number 12, had come into the backfield along with Hunter. So happy to have you along here at Fallston. Again, a beautiful night for football. It was maybe in the 80s today. Yeah, just a little bit humid perhaps, but it's cooled off nicely here. What a tremendous crowd. The student group off to our left, all standing. Wow, that's pretty exciting. And the parent group here on the near side where I am, all sitting. And that's kind of like, yeah, us parents, we deserve to sit while the students can stand. There you see Dave Urich and his staff talking to the Patterson Mill players. Jack Lewis, Rob Chubb, Robert Salas, Daniel Weber, Steve Blasco, Brian Madsen. That's the staff along with Dave Urich for Patterson Mill. Second down, 10 yards to go. Bryson Hunter. Back to throw again. Rolling, looking, throwing long. It's going to be intercepted on the far sideline. Nope. They're going to say, yeah, it is Fallston ball intercepted and out of bounds at that point. It looks like it might be Zach Lowy, number 10. There you see the... Yeah, it's Zach Lowy. Here you'll see the replay. Watch how Lowy I should say, plays center field. Watches the ball, catches it at its high point, takes it right away from the receiver, and steps out of bounds. So the 6th play of the game intercepted by Zach Lowy. That'll bring Fallston out on offense. Their quarterback, Michael Griffin, a junior. Michael, 19 for 35 on the year. Snap directly to him. Now pitch out coming this way. Hemmed in and taken down after a couple of tough yards up near the 40-yard line. Run by Nate Buffard, it appears. Again, run the hurry-up offense. The ball at the 41-yard line. Second down. Inside handoff fake. Long pass. It's going to be incomplete. Just a bit overthrown. So Michael Griffin, the junior quarterback All County, All Region last year. Starting point guard on the basketball team. Showed a good arm there, just a little bit high. Fallston took over on about their own 35-yard line after that interception. Facing now a third down. Third down from about the 41. Ball they say was intercepted at about the 32-yard line. Here's a pass, going to be complete to the far side. Looking for that first down yardage, and I believe he did get it. Zach Lowy on the reception. Lowy, who plays defensive back on defense and wide receiver on offense. Lowy with 9 receptions on the year, now 10. First down for the Cougars. This drive started on their own 32-yard line. Back to throw, it's going to be a side pass. A little bit of a pass into the flat, complete up near the first down marker. A flag goes down, I think. Let's see if they were just throwing that to mark the spot of the ball. Officials are going to confer. Ball was complete to Gavin Vargas on the near side. Official timeout on the field. Looks like, yeah, it's going to be a penalty against Patterson Mill. And it's a big one. A 15-yard penalty will go deep now into Patterson Mill territory, down inside the 30-yard line, right at the 30-yard line. So the completed pass and now the penalty. Didn't see the flag, but it had to be a major penalty. Unsportsmanlike or something of that nature. Hunter running the ball. No fake, going around left side. Avoids one tackle, still in the open, down the sidelines, finally out of bounds, inside the 10-yard line is quarterback Michael Griffin. Griffin has a 9.1 per carrier average already, has 137 yards on 15 carries coming in. First down, the ball resting just inside the 15, about the 14. Hunter keeps the ball, and he's going to be hit and held and taken down. Great tackle. Looks like made by Abram Green, the second-year senior, 5'10", 168-pounder. Throws a shot in the discus. On the track team, 12 tackles coming in. That's a big, big loss. Ball back to about the 20-yard line. Bringing up second down now. In motion. Here's the throw to the near side. Short gain and finally taken out of bounds. That pass to Brody Reyna. From Michael Griffin, he gets down to about the, looks like maybe the original line of scrimmage, just around the 15-yard line, maybe the 16. Third down, and about 10. Check it, third down and about 11. Big down here for both teams early in the ball game. Fallston took over on an interception, driven down from their own 32. Hunter, fake handoff into the end zone, touchdown! Caught right over the middle. Trying to get a number for you. What a great pass by Griffin. So the touchdown pass. They're saying it's number 15, Declan Robosti. Check, no, Nate Brevard, number 13. So that 13-yard TD pass, looking for the extra point now. And that extra point is going to be good. There you see the touchdown pass. Great pass to Nate Brevard right over the middle. Brevard, the sophomore, 6 foot, 180-pounder. Touchdown pass goes from Hunter to Brevard, and the extra point is good. So it's a 7-0 lead here with 8 minutes and 8 seconds left in the first period. Great drive by the Fallston Cougars, taking over on that interception. There you see the Patterson Mill coaching staff obviously not happy about falling behind here early in the game. 68-yard drive started at the 32-yard line. On the interception by Lowy, completed by the Hunter to Levard, touchdown pass of 13 yards. Another high end-over-end kick coming down at about the 10-yard line, which is taken by Patterson Mill. Still on his feet and taken down at about the 30-yard line. Nice run back. Alex Villani on the run back gets up to just about the 30-yard line where Patterson Mill will put the ball in play. Their second possession, they moved the ball well in that first possession until there was an interception that stopped the drive and set Fallston on its 68-yard touchdown drive itself. Bryson Hunter, Mason Fidget in the backfield. Hunter hands off to Fidget. Right up the middle, good yardage. Following the block of Luke Teal, Jay Baldwin, Dante Gardner, Alex Bayer, and Rylan Murphy. Gets about 8 yards on that first down scamper. Ball up to the 39. Second and a long one. Back to throw without a fake, being rushed. Now running, has the first down and more. Finally taken down at the 45-yard line. Bryson Hunter.
Number 2, Bryson Hunter with the quarterback keeper.
Bryson shows his running skills, picks up the first down for the Patterson Mill Huskies. Bryson Hunter is talking to his coach, Dave Urick. Started as a freshman, this being now his junior year, so this is his third year as a starter. One of the captains of the team. 58 for 96, 60.4% completion percentage, 574 yards, 9.9 average, 5 TD passes in 2 games. Again, back to throw. Little short dump off. It's going to be hit and held. That screen pass, not very effective. It looked like number 20. No, they're saying it's Finn Rabasti with the tackle. That's a loss of about 5. Make it second down and 15. Handoff, Fidget. Shakes one tackle, dives forward across the 41-yard line. Pickup of maybe 1. Third down now and about 14. They've got to get down inside the 50 to about the 45-yard line for a first down. Do the Patterson Mill Huskies. Bryson Hunter calling signals. Clock running at 5:55 left in the quarter. Patterson Mill already have been taking 1 timeout. Gets it away. Looking down the middle, throws it long. It's going to be incomplete, overthrown, and that'll bring up a 4th down. 4th down and 14, the ball at about the 41. That'll bring in Luca Diodato. Luca Diodato, who will be punting the ball away. Luca has a 37.7 yards per kick average coming into this 3rd game of the season. Good defensive stand by Fallston after 1 first down by the Huskies. Diodato will meet the ball from just about his own 30. Good snap. Low line drive kick coming up and fumbling the ball. It's going to be recovered by, let's see, Patterson Mill gets the recovery. Coming up on the run, trying to field the ball. Bobbled it. It was recovered by the Patterson Mill Huskies. There you see some of the Patterson Mill faithful here tonight. They're happy about that. Outnumbered by the Fallston people, but not out enthusiastic. Here you'll see the fumble It's off the knee and recovered by, trying to see if we can see who got that ball. Nope, didn't get a chance to see the recovery. But it is Patterson Mill ball on the fumble. So each team now with one big turnover. Patterson Mill taking over at the 30-yard line, the 30-yard line of Fallston. Back to throw, looking to the near side, has this man complete. Out of bounds it goes. That's Alex Milani. Alex with the catch and the first down. Alex, 14 catches coming in, 140 yards and a 10.0 average with 2 TDs. Huskies first down inside the 20, right at the 20-yard line, first down. Hunter again, one man beside him, that's Fidget. Handoff to Fidget. Turns, knocked down after about a 3 or 4 yard gain.
Handoff to number 7, Mason Fidget.
Mason Fidget picking up about 4 yards on first down.
Gain of 4, second down and 6.
Second down, 6 yards to go. Bryson Hunter, the junior quarterback, waiting for the snap. They get up to the line of scrimmage without going to the huddle, but then they call the signals once they get up and get ready to start the ball. Looking for his man, has it, whoa, down he goes. The ball is caught, but the tackle is made right away. Good job holding on to the ball by number 12, Liam Pridgeon. Hit hard, knocked down there by Fallston's number 9, and that is Matt Claben, who delivers the wood. And that will be now a third down and about 2. Great job holding on to that ball by Pridgeon. Third down and 2. Probably 4 down territory, you would think. Waiting for now the timeout is called. Timeout on the field. I'm guessing it's called by Fallston. I haven't seen a signal yet from the referee. In any event, clock is stopped at 3:36. It's Patterson Mill's timeout. That is their second timeout. They've only got 1 left here in the first half. 3 minutes, 36 seconds left in the first period. A 7-0 lead for Fallston. It was a Hunter to Bavard touchdown pass of 13 yards for that score. That coming at the 8:08 mark of the first period, following an interception by Zach Lowy. Then came the punt by Patterson Mill on their next possession, which was fumbled in the reception by Fallston, recovered by Patterson Mill. And now the Huskies on the move. Ball inside the 20-yard line. Third down. Fake handoff. Keeping the ball, Hunter. Looks like he's got the first. Going near the touchdown. Stopped inside the 5-yard line. It's going to be first down and goal as Hunter keeps it around that left side. No, and they're saying it is enough for a touchdown. He gets over the goal line for the touchdown. That at 3:29. So the touchdown from 12 yards out by quarterback Bryson Hunter. Here you'll see the replay. You'll see how he fakes the handoff to Pridgeon, cuts it inside, and breaks the plane of the goal line for the touchdown. And the extra point while you're away is good. We are tied at 7-7. So the touchdown run by Hunter. And now, as Chuck Thompson used to say, the old Oriole announcer, the folks are as good as the people. 7-7, 3:29 left in the first period. Hope you're enjoying it. Fast-paced game, neither team going into the huddle. There you see some of the Fallston fans dressed in some Raven gear too, as we see. They're here tonight. Standing are the students, excited about this game against Patterson Mill. These two teams both 1A, both in the Tidings division. Patterson Mill to kick off. It's a squib kick. And let's see, did Patterson Mill get it again? They say they did. Yes, they did. On the onside kick, Patterson Mill gets the takeaway. It looks like they're going to give credit on the recovery to number 17. That's Keith Reedy from the Fallston 48-yard line. I'm not sure if that was an onside kick or just a squib kick, but in any event, it hit a Fallston player, recovered by Patterson Mill. So the Huskies have the ball again, this time on the 48-yard line of the Fallston Cougars, having just scored a tying touchdown. They get the ball right back. That Fallston defense has to be a little bit gassed right now, you would think. Bryson Hunter calling signals. Mason Frigid, his running back, number 7. Both juniors. We mentioned Bryson Hunter starting since he was a freshman. Back to throw without a fake, being rushed, gets it off down the middle. It's going to be caught. Caught by number 13. Nope, they're saying Leon Pridgett, number 12, with the catch. Big throw down the middle to the 27-yard line. First down and 10 at the 27. Here they come again. Handoff this time too. And tackle and a fumble. Let's see. Does Fallston have it? Pridgett fumbles the ball and it is recovered by the Fallston Cougars. Looks like the recovery is going to go credit to number 52. If that's correct, that would be Lucas Marzalak on that fumble right at the 41-yard line. So one play after getting their fumble, now Fallston recovers the fumble. And just like that, the Cougars now have possession on their own 42. Turn the page, put Fallston back on the offense. Michael Griffin, the number 1, the quarterback. Back to throw without a fake. Throws down the middle. It's going to be caught. No, the Patterson Mill is saying it's not caught, but yeah, the officials say it is a catch. Right at the 41-yard line, caught by Zach Lowy. And it is a first down. No, wait a minute. They have not moved the sticks. The announcer is saying good enough, but it looks like it's second and short. Back to throw again, looking down the middle. Long pass. It's going to be incomplete, overthrown. That'll bring up a third down. Third down and about a half yard. Looking down that far side. Looked like Zach Lowy just overthrown a bit. Boy, Michael Griffin has shown a great arm. For a team that likes to run the ball, Fallston is showing it can also throw it as well. Third down, about a half yard. They've got to get up to the 41.5-yard line. Almost drove them offside. Here's the handoff. It's going to be the first down off the right side. That's Abi Archenbong, young man that is a freshman. First year playing football. He's been a soccer player, native of Nigeria. Coach Krumholtz was telling us that he has been coaching him in various youth leagues since he was 10 years old. So even though he's only a freshman, now the ball hit into the middle. No yardage gained. Good job by Patterson Mill being able to shut that drive right up the middle. And it looks like the flag might be down. Ball was carried by number 32, Joe Reinhardt. Right now the officials have put it down. It's a loss of 1. That'll bring up a second down and 10. No penalty on the play. It is a second down and 10. Michael Griffin, Abi Archenbong in the backfield. In motion, looking for the man on the far side, going to be caught. Got the first down and more. That's Lowy again. All the way down inside the 50-yard line at the 48.
Takes it across midfield to the 45-yard line of the Huskies. And good enough.
4-play drive started at the 42-yard line after the fumble recovery. First down and 10. Clock running at 1:40. With this first period, it seems like it's lasted a long time. Both teams getting a lot of plays in. There's a little pitch out coming to the near side. Archibong going to be hit and held. A very short gain of maybe 1.
It's the number 28, Bobby Archibald.
Good tackle on the play
Taken down at the
made by number 4,
gain of 1.
and that's Alex Villani.
Second down and 9.
Second down, 9 yards to go. 5-play drive started again back on the 42-yard line. Clock stopped at 1:29 left in the first period. 7-7 our score. Fallston scored on a 13-yard touchdown pass. Hunter to Bavard at 8 minutes and 8 seconds. Pattersonville equalized it on a 12-yard run by Hunter. And it is going to be a penalty against Fallston. And it's going to be a big one, taking it back inside Fallston territory to the 45.
Flag on the field. Illegal block in the back against Fallston.
Illegal block in the back is the call. So first down will be repeated, but it's now going to be first and a long way, maybe about 25. Griffin looking, throwing, going to be incomplete. Looking for a flag, and the flag does come down. Lowy was double teamed, and it appeared like he was hit just as the ball got to him. That's going to be a pass interference penalty. In high school, it is a 10-yard penalty, not a spot foul. So it will be still first down. They'll bring the ball back up to about the original line of scrimmage, just about at the 45-yard line of Patterson Mill. Going to put it down, let's see, yeah, just about.
Call on the play.
Nope, they're going to
Defensive pass interference against the Huskies.
they're going to mark off 10 yards. That's what they're going to do. Take it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll mark off the 10 yards.
And first down.
And that'll move it down to about the 40-yard line. It'll bring up a first down, still first down on the penalty. So first down and about 7.
Correction, first and 5.
They've got to get inside the 35-yard line to about the 34. Call it first down. We believe it's still first down. Yep, first down and about 6. Still a minute 18 left in the first period. Hunter, inside handoff, hit and held at the line of scrimmage. Nope, bounces free, still on his feet, and down inside the 30-yard line for the first down. What a run.
Carried by number 28, Avi Archibald.
That is Abi Archibong, the young freshman out of Nigeria.
29-yard line.
First time playing football. He's gained 114 yards in the first 2 weeks. We were told what a talented young man he is, even though he has no experience in organized football, believe it or not, having been a soccer player up until this point. First down and 10. Ball inside the 30, just about at the 29. Keeping still on his feet, the quarterback, Michael Griffin. Picks up maybe 1 or 2 on first down. The 7-play drive started back on the 42 of Fallston after the fumble recovery.
Second down and 6.
Second down, 6 yards to go. The ball inside the 30 at about the 26-yard line. Michael Griffin, the quarterback. Abi Archibong, the back beside him. Clock running with 5 seconds. Looks like they might get the, no, I think they're just going to let the clock run out as it does at the end of the first period. So instead of trying to get another play off, Fallston allows that clock to run down. They'll switch sides. Fallston will switch to going from right to left. The Cougars under Coach Derek Krumholtz, his first year at the Fallston head. He's been coaching at Kenwood for many years as an assistant, also a head coach. Teaches at C. Milton Wright High School and coaches here at Fallston. PE technology teacher at C. Milton Wright High School. Had a chance to talk to his lovely wife up here in the stands, and she was able to round up some information for me. We appreciate that, Mrs. Krumholtz. We'll go now to the second period of play, 12 minutes in the second period. Sun has gone down, and now the darkness has taken over here on a Friday night at Fallston. Stands are just about full, both to our left and our right. Students haven't sat down. They are still standing, all the Fallston students to our left. Parents, yeah, they're still seated. They cheered a lot. There you see some of the parents that are seated, and to their left you see the students all standing. All the wonders of youth. So now we go to the second 12-minute period of play. Fallston with the ball. Inside the 30-yard line of Patterson Mill. They took over on the 42 after recovering a fumble. Michael Griffin takes the handoff, now does give the handoff on the end around. It's going to be hit and held. That didn't fool anyone. That was Brody Reyna that got the ball on the end around. Good job by Patterson Mill to stay home.
Number 8, Brody Reyna.
Making the tackle for, it looks like no gain. Third down and about 6, maybe 7. It's a long 6, a short 7. In motion. Handoff, nope, keeping it is the quarterback Griffin. Blades one tackle, going to go down for the first down. Good job by Michael Griffin. He dodged that first tackler that would have been stopped short of the first down and picks up the first down inside the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cougars.
Gain of 7 on the play, good enough for a Fallston. First down.
Michael Griffin showing off those wonderful skills of his, having gained 137 yards rushing, coming in a 9.1 yards per carry average. Again, the hurry-up offense in motion. The throw, that looks like it's going to the far side. And it's going to be hit and held. That was a lateral behind the line of scrimmage pass to number 8, Brody Reyna. I believe that ball was more a lateral than it was a pass. In any case, it's no gain on the play. Well, they're going to give him about a yard. I'm going to say second down and about 8. Ball resting at the 15-yard line. 10-play drive. Looking, Griffin rolling, throwing. Has a man. Let's see, a diving. Is it caught? Yep, they're going to give credit to the receiver on that far side. It looks like, yeah, that's Reyna again. Brody Reyna making that catch. And it is a first down. The 11th play of this drive. No time to rest for the Pattersonville defense. Michael Griffin has them right back up at the line of scrimmage. Hands off Archibald. Still on his feet. Goes down short of the goal line.
And off to number 28, Abby Archibald.
Abby Archibald, who has a twin brother, Ubi Archibald, on this team. 5'8", 170 pounds. Goal to go now. 13th play of the drive. Griffin, hands off. Archibald around the far side. He's in for the touchdown. That's the freshman. Reminds you, no football experience whatsoever until he came out for the varsity, made the varsity, and he's the starting running back now with that 4-yard touchdown run. Here you'll see Archibald hit at the line of scrimmage, shakes that tackle, spins, and goes right into the end zone. Archibald 4 yards at 9:19 of the second period Fallston goes up now by 13-7. Here's the extra point attempt. No whistle blows. Let's see what that's about. The kick was good, but the whistle blew before the kick was attempted. Kicker Cole Hasenplug, number 22. See who the penalty is going to go against. It looks like it might be against Patterson Mill, in which case it looks like Fallston may be sending their offensive team back in to try for the two-point conversion. Yeah, it's offside. That means that Fallston now will go for 2 points, trying to extend that lead to 15-7. Griffin. Hands off. Archibong. Archibong scoots right in for the two-point conversion. Make it 15-7 now. Fallston took the 7-0 lead. It was tied at 7-7, and now it's 15-7 as we proceed here in the second period of play. Exactly what we hoped we'd be seeing, and that is a competitive game. A game between two teams that are Tidings Division's opponents and teams that are looking to go beyond their 1-1 record to go to 2-1. Both teams that went into the state playoffs last year, one having lost in the quarterfinals, one lost in the semifinals, both 1A schools. So Fallston will be kicking off to Patterson Mill. We've had 3 turnovers here, a fumble by each team and an interception recorded by Fallston. It's going to be an end-over-end squibby type kick recovered by Patterson Mill and taken out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. That's a new adjective, by the way, a squibby type kick. Leland Williams picks up the ball and returns it. Gets it up to the 31-yard line. That's where Patterson Mill will put the ball in play at their own 31-yard line. Beautiful crowd here tonight. Joe Collins, principal at Fallston, Patrick Mull, just running a great program. Cheerleaders, wonderful job by the band before the start of the game, playing our national anthem. Everything you hope to see in a high school football game. Here comes Patterson Mill. It's going to be a short pass out of bounds. Good job by Fallston to pressure Bryson Hunter. Hunter never seemed to be able to get his feet set. Bring up a second down and 10.
Second down and 10, Huskies.
Hunter 58 for 96. Imagine that's 48 passes per game coming in. Young man, a starter since he was a freshman. 6 foot, 150 pounds here as a junior. Luke Teal, you see, number 67, the big guard, leading his team out. Back to throw, no fake. Down the middle, it's going to be intercepted. Taken away by Fallston. Just about at the 50-yard line. That interception by Matt Claben. Claben all the way down inside the 20 to about the 12-yard line. Second interception of the night for the Fallston Cougars. Here you'll see, right down the middle, good job by Claben. Being rushed, gets it off. Claben overthrown just a bit. Matt Claben with the interception and runs it all the way back inside the 15-yard line. Just right at the 15, so Fallston takes over again at the 15-yard line of Patterson Mill. Up already by 8 points, looking to try to go up by more. Michael Griffin puts a man in motion. Inside handoff, Archibong. He's going to be hit inside the 10.
Handoff to number 28,
Abby Archinbog, Archibong, a name that I think we're going to hear a lot about over the next 4 years. Freshman, 5'8", 170 pounds. Second down, about 5 yards to go. Kept and hit at the line of scrimmage. That was Griffin trying the quarterback draw. That didn't work out quite so well this time. Knocked down by the center of that Patterson Mill line. Gavin Volker, Abram Green, Luca Diodato, the frontline people. Brings up a third down, third and about 2. Looking to throw, throws the ball. It's going to be caught. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown. It looks like it's Zach Lowy, and it is Zach Lowy with the touchdown catch. But let's see, the officials have not yet given the touchdown signal. Let's see what's going on the field. Here's the throw. You'll see how the Lowy goes down and makes the catch. But a flag on the field, so erase that touchdown. Don't give it to him just yet. Officials conferring. Dave Stewart, the referee, that's a big, big call. Obviously taking the touchdown off the board.
10-yard penalty from the previous 5.
It is a 10-yard penalty, and now another flag goes down. And that could have been someone in the offensive team that didn't like the call and had something to say to the officials. And now it looks like there will be, I'm guessing, another 10-yard mark off. And there you see Coach Derek Krumholtz giving the what for to whoever that was on his team that got called. Unsportsmanlike conduct is the call. Apparently something was said to the official that he didn't like a lot, and so the flag went down, and now you're backed all the way back to the 30-yard line where it is third and long, third and about 28. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. So obviously it is 4-down territory. But instead of a touchdown, they're way back at the 30-yard line. Griffin rolling, looking to throw. Now throws it short, has a man. Going to be hit and knocked out of bounds. It's completed to number 13, Nate Buffard. Buffard, who got a touchdown pass earlier. Short gain down inside the 25-yard line. Remember, they picked up a interception, did Fallston, to start this drive. Started at the 15-yard line of Patterson Mill. They're now back at the 25 after suffering a 10-yard penalty and then a 15-yard penalty. And now it is 4th down. 4th down. They've got the punter in the ball game. Griffin is in deep punt formation, but now they call a timeout. Coach Derek Krumholtz going to talk to his team. It looked like they had the punting team out, and that would be from the own 25. They punted into the end zone. The ball would come back out to the 20. Not sure whether they're reconsidering. The ball is at the 25-yard line. It is 4th down, 6:53 left. Here you see the 4th down marker. What had been a touchdown taken off the board, that would have given the Cougars a 21-7 lead. Now their lead remains at 15-7. So let's see what Fallston does. They've got Griffin now. Remember, he is the quarterback. Back in deep punt formation. Yeah, it's a sort of a pooch kick. It's going to bounce and go into the end zone. So the ball will come out to the 20-yard line. Boy, great job by Patterson Mill, helped along by those penalties to avoid going down by 2 touchdowns. That score remains. And now we see another penalty dropped on the field. Now it's in the backfield. Could that be roughing the punter? The officials are talking it over. Dave Stewart, the white cap umpire. Stephen Davidson, Mason Putney, Greg Yockley, Brandon Neff, and Brian Norman. Sorry, Brian Norman, the officiating crew. Another key call in this game. There you see Dave Urich and his staff. Jack Lewis, Rob Chubb, Robert Salas, Danny Weber, Brian Madsen.
Ball on the field. Dead ball personal foul against Fallston.
Another big penalty, a dead ball personal foul against Fallston. So the ball will be at the 20. That's where it would have been. But now the 15-yard penalty moves it out to the 35-yard line. So instead of having the ball at Patterson Mill's 15 with the ball, Fallston is now on defense with Patterson Mill having the ball at the 35-yard line. Three big penalties against the home team. So Patterson Mill starting now at their own 35-yard line. Bryson Hunter back to throw. Now rolling, throwing off the fingertips of the wide receiver on that far side. That was Alex Villani. Bring up a 2nd down and 10. The ball at the 35. Clock rolling, or actually stopped right now at 6:41. Still in the second period. A lot of action here today. A lot of passing. Anytime you see passing, the clock stops anytime there's an incomplete pass. Hunter, the junior quarterback, back to throw. Has his time, now rolls. Now he's going to run at the 40, at the 45. He's got the first down out of bounds near the 50-yard line. Good job by Bryson Hunter.
Number 2, Bryson Hunter with the quarterback scramble. Takes it to the Fallston 49-yard line.
Down to the Fallston 49. A run of about 16 yards on 2nd down. So now Patterson Mill in Fallston territory. Down by 8 points, as you see. Hunter, inside handoff. That's Frigid. Frigid hit and held at about the 45.
And off to number 7, Mason Frigid.
Mason Frigid coming in with 97 yards in his 2 games, averaging 4.0 per carry. Looks like Patterson Mill is backing up. So another penalty, this time against the Huskies, and it looks like it might be a big one. It is holding is the call. That'll wipe out the 5-yard run and back the Huskies up to about their own 40-yard line, maybe their 41. It'll bring up a 1st down and 20. Big penalties here on both teams, especially against the Cougars, who had the ball at the 15. Had apparently what looked like a touchdown wiped away. And the Huskies end up with the ball at their own 35. Back to throw. Flag goes down again. Looking for an open man around the near side. It's going to be just overthrown. He was looking for his wide receiver on the near side. And that's Leland Williams, number 16. Flag on the play. Let's see what that's all about. A lot of laundry being thrown around on the field. Five-yard penalty. Illegal procedure, false start. First down and 25 now.
Backs him up 5 yards.
Huskies had the ball on the 49-yard line of Fallston. They're now back on their own 37-yard line. Still with a first down, but now it's a first down and 20. First down and 25, pardon me. Fallston band striking up, cheerleaders doing their thing. Hunter steps up, pressured, gets away from another man, and now falls down at about the 46-yard line. Good job by Fallston maintaining control, but also a good job by Bryson Hunter to pick up about 11 yards on that scramble. That'll bring up second down and about 15. Hunter all by himself in the backfield, looking, throwing long, has a man open on the far side. And it is a catch, they say. A catch on the 28-yard line. Brilliant catch. It looks like by number 12, Liam Pridgeon, pulled in that ball at about the 30-yard line where he put it down. Beautiful pass, great reception. Ball at the 30. That a pass from the 45 down to the 30. Pass of about 25 yards. First down and 10. Back to throw without a fake. Being rushed, gets it off. It's going to have his man on the near side. First down. Catch made by Jake Simmering inside the 20. 5-play drive started on the Patterson Mill 35. Down to the 18-yard line of the Fallston Cougars where it is first and 10. Clock rolling at 5:15, plenty of time left in the half. Fallston scored first, led 7-0. It was tied at 7-7. And then the Cougars scored, made it 15-7 on the 2-point conversion. Had a touchdown taken off the board. Patterson Mill now driving. Running the ball. Hemmed in and taken down. Fumble. Let's see. Was he down? Home fans are thinking it's a fumble. Nope. They're saying he was down at the line of scrimmage. In fact, it's a loss of 2. They're saying that the Huskies were able to recover their own fumble. Ryland Murphy, Alex Bayer, Luke Teal, Jay Baldwin, and Dante Gardner along that front line. Liam Pridgeon, Caden Dennis, Alex Villani, Jake Simmering, Bryson Hunter, and Mason Fitchett in the backfield. Back to throw. Getting it off. Has his man complete. Out of bounds. Catch made by 12, Liam Pridgett. Gain of about 7. It'll take it down to the 12-yard line. They got to get down inside the 10 to about the 7 for a first down. Third down. Third and about 5. Clock rolling at 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Patterson Mill looking to try to convert this third down. They are in 4-down territory, obviously. Hand off to Pridgeon. No, taken away. Ball fumble, kicked around. Fallston is going to recover the ball. The Fallston Cougars are going to take over at their own 25-yard line. That ball bounced around on the handoff. It looks like it might be number 32, and that is Joseph Reinhardt. I think they're giving fumble recovery credit to Reinhardt. Nope. They're going to say it's the fumble recovery to Danny Montoya, number 5. So the Cougars will take over on the third turnover by the Patterson Mill Huskies. 2 interceptions. Actually, it's the 4th turnover, and now 2 fumbles. Turn the page over. First down at the 25-yard line. Now another fumble. Let's see, did Patterson Mill get it back? The Huskies are saying, yeah, we got it. Just like that, one fumble and then another fumble follows it. Patterson Mill gets the ball right back. My goodness. what can happen next. We've had fumbles turned over by either team. Now that's the 4th turnover for Fallston. So just like that, the Huskies get the ball back at the 26-yard line after one play. Hope you're enjoying this game from Fallston. We certainly are. Back and forth we go. Coming up on the 3-minute mark left in the half. Turn the page back to Patterson Mill. Bryson Hunter. Back to throw. Now running. Splits the defense. Down to the 10. Slides just short of the 10 at about the 12. That should be enough for a first down. We've heard about Hunter's throwing ability. Didn't hear a whole lot about his running ability, but he certainly has shown that. They're going to say it's just short of a first down, second down, and about a half yard, the ball at the 16. Hunter along with Bridget in the backfield. Back to throw. Has a man, complete to the far side. Got the first down. That's Liam Pridgeon with the completion. Down at the 12-yard line, good enough for a first down. 3-play drive started on the 26 of Fallston after that fumble. Clock running, coming up on the 2-minute mark. Back to throw without a fake. Big rush, gets it off. Leaping almost off the fingertips. Almost a great catch. That was Pridgeon. Good job by Fallston. Didn't catch the number of the young man who came in and made that pressure. But you saw Hunter double clutch. Throw the ball just a bit high. Had his man open at the goal line. Second down. Second down and 10. They can get a first down at about the 2. Hunter coming in with the play. Dave Hurick, 10 years at Bel Air as the head coach. Now in his 4th year here at Patterson Mill. Well, actually we're here at Fallston at Patterson Mill. Second down, 10 yards to go. Pridgeon in motion. Being pressured, running. Going to go out of bounds at about the 5-yard line is Hunter. That'll bring up a third down. Putting the ball down at about the 6. No, now they move it back to the 7. Third down, they've got to get to the 2, so it's third down and 5. And again, remember, 4-down territory. So you really have those 2 downs to pick up the 5 yards. Third down, 5 yards to go. The ball at the Cougar 7-yard line. Hunter along with Pridgeon in the backfield. Back to throw, down the middle. Let's see, they're going to say the ball is down. Let's see if they give him the catch. Nope, they're saying no, the ball hit the ground. And so even though the receiver caught the ball, it's the old idea about the ground not being able to help the catch. So they're going to rule it incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down. 4th down and still 5. Again, remember, they can pick up a first down at the 2 without getting a touchdown. 6-play drive after that exchange of fumbles. And now a timeout. That would be the final timeout of the half for Patterson Mill. 1:01, as you see, left here in this first half. What an exciting half it's been. Back and forth the teams have gone. Here you see Dave Hurick is back to us, the fine coach, 4-year coach at Patterson Mill. Was the head coach at Bel Air for 10 years, where he was known as a running coach, a run-first coach, and in fact was known that way at Patterson Mill. But now we talked to him before the game, and he said, hey, you look at the personnel, you look at the young man we have, Bryson Hunter. young man who started as a freshman at quarterback. And so, yeah, he just sort of modified the entire Patterson Mill offense, going away from a running offense into a passing offense. Don't have the official stats, so we have no way of knowing how many passes young Bryson Hunter has thrown in his first half. He has been intercepted twice. Has a running touchdown, the only touchdown for Patterson Mill. He took it in from 12 yards out. So here's a big play of this first half. 4th down and 5. The ball at the 7. Hunter looking to throw. Throwing it to the end zone. Dive. Let's see, waiting for the, no, they're saying it's no good. They're saying it hit the ground, and so the Cougars have held at their own 7-yard line. Wow. Boy, give that defense a lot of credit. That pass looked like it was on the money, but maybe a bit low. The receiver went down, tried to catch it, but it hit the ground. The officials right on the spot saying no good. And so Fallston will take over, leading by 8 with 56 seconds left. Now, they are on their own 7-yard line, so we've seen what's happened with fumbles. So you would think that Coach Krumholtz would be very, let's say, cautious here from their own 7. Run up the middle, holding on to the ball. Clock running at 45. Gain of 6 on the first down run.
2nd down and 5, Fallston.
Cougars are content to let that clock run. 32 seconds, 31, now inside 30. They'll have to snap it again. Handoff. Still on his feet. Out at about the 15-yard line. Archibong. Patterson Mill has no timeouts left, so they can't stop the clock. Inside 10. That looks like that might be the last play of the first half. That will be the last play of the first half. Fallston with a 15-7 lead. Touchdown by Hunter to Buffard on a touchdown pass of 13 yards. That at 8:08 made it 7-0 with the extra point. Then Hunter, Bryson Hunter, running for 12 yards for Patterson Mill, tied it up at 7 with the extra point. And then in the second period, it became 15-7 on a 4-yard run by Archibong and a 2-point conversion also by Archibong, and that made it 15-7. Now, as we said, and you saw, the Cougars had that third touchdown, but it was taken away because of a penalty, and then a series of penalties backed them out. Patterson Mill had a great opportunity to score the tying touchdown, couldn't get it done, as the first half comes to an end with the Fallston Cougars leading by 15-7 here at Fallston High School. The band ready to take over here at the half. We'll take a break and we'll come back with second half action in just a moment. Well, we're back with you at Fallston High School. Don Morrison, my great pleasure to be here on a wonderful Friday night, beautiful Friday night. Great crowd, lots of students here. The students finally sat down at halftime. I have full confidence they'll stand up when the third period begins, surrounded by parents and other adults here. Everybody at Fallston has treated us so kindly. Patrick Mull, the athletic director, and Joe Collins, the principal. Have to give a shout out to the halftime show put on by Ariel Foote and her Marching Cougar Fallston band. Just a tremendous job by that group at halftime. We have a wonderful game here also. As you see, our score 15-7. Well, you don't see it on the scoreboard right now, but that is the score, 15-7. I think I may have been inadvertently giving you the wrong name. Michael Griffin is the Fallston quarterback who threw the touchdown pass to Mason Buffard. That at the 8:08 mark of the first period. Extra point made it 7-0 Fallston. And then the Patterson Mill Huskies came back and tied it at the 3:29 mark. Bryson Hunter on a 12-yard run from the quarterback position with the extra point made it 7-7. And then the second period, It was a 4-yard run by a young man by the name of Abi Archinbong, who is the freshman running back for the Fallston Cougars. Went in from 4 yards out, and then after a penalty, went in for the 2-point conversion to make it 15-7. As you saw, Fallston actually had to score up to 22, or at least 21, and that touchdown was called back because of a penalty. And then at the end of the first half, Patterson Mill looked like they were going to go in for the tying score. They were stopped on the 4-yard line. And so that's where we are, 15-7 as we begin the second half of action. Patterson Mill will get the ball on the kickoff to start the second half. They dressed in the white uniforms with the teal trim. They'll be going from left to right across your TV screen. Fallston in the orange home uniforms and the white pants. They'll be kicking off from right to left. And on cue, the Fallston students have all stood up in unison and getting ready to cheer during the second period. Youth. Tim, youth is a wonderful thing. Too bad it's wasted on the young, huh? No, just kidding. Great to be around the students. They have welcomed us, and we've just had a great time here at Fallston tonight. There you see the students all standing and ready to cheer their team, hopefully to a win. Fallston coming in at 1-1. Patterson Mill coming in also at 1-1. These two teams both in the Tidings division of the Yuckback Conference, looking for superiority in that conference to start out. Both teams being playing out of conference or out of division, I should say, during the first 2 weeks of the season. Again, a lovely, lovely night here at Fallston. John Connolly is the PA announcer who's doing a great job as always. Dave Grimm, our good buddy, we call him, there you see, let's see if Dave was in there. You see Joe Connolly or John Connolly standing up and waving to the crowd. Don't see Dave Grimm just now, but that is the Fallston Hospitality Group. Dave Grimm is part of the Ring of Honor here. You know, I don't think Fallston would be Fallston without Dave Grimm around. So we're just about ready. I think I told you that Patterson Mill would be going left to right. Nope. Patterson Mill will be going right to left, and they will be kicking off to start the second half. Fallston receiving, going from left to right. Up again by that 8 points. We're just about ready to start. And here we go, the kickoff. It is another little pooch kick coming down, fallen on this time by Fallston. Remember, one of those pooch kicks ended up being a free kick and a pickup by Patterson Mill. So Fallston has the ball, 1st and 10. They'll start at their own, looks like about their own 30-yard line. That's where they'll put the ball down. Our officiating crew, Dave Stewart, Stephen Davids, Mason Putney, Greg Yackley, Brandon Neff, and Brian Norman. They got a workout in that first half. There was a lot of laundry on the field as they were backing both teams up, especially the Cougars, during that one segment of the game. So here we go. Michael Griffin, the quarterback, going all the way for Fallston. Abi Archinbong, the tailback, number 28. Archinbong, a freshman. Griffin is a junior, returning all-county, all-region player, as is Zach Lowy, the all-county and all-region returner at the wide receiver and defensive back position. Lowy with a couple of catches in the game. He had that one touchdown wiped out. Also has an interception. Not sure what the holdup is. The officials are waiting until we're ready to mark the ball ready for play. And here we go now. Michael Griffin waiting for the snap. They're saying that somebody jumped, they being Patterson Mill, saying that somebody jumped on the Fallston line. Looks like the officials are going to agree. That will drop or back Fallston up by 5 yards on the False start.
5-yard penalty.
That'll bring them first down and 15 now. They'll start from their own 25. Griffin gets the ball, looking to throw, throws it out to the flat on the near side. Archibong, good tackle taken down in his tracks. Check it, not Archibong, but instead it was 8. That's Brody Renna. Good tackle made by Sebastian Drewer. Second down, no gain on the play. Second down and 15. Archibong in the backfield along with Griffin. Running the ball, Griffin around that left side. Gets good yardage up across the 30-yard line to about the 31 or 2. Back beyond the original line of scrimmage. Third down.
3-yard line. Third down and 8.
Ball at the 33, 8 yards to go for the first down. Big third down play here. Patterson though looking to hold them to get the ball back. Griffin. Looking. Throwing. Has a man complete. Past the 50-yard line. That's Lowy. Zach Lowy, number 10, with the first down pass from Michael Griffin.
And good enough for a Fallston first down.
3-play drive so far started at the 35-yard line. Round the right side. Stopped inside the 45-yard line.
Michael Griffin with the keeper.
Run by Michael Griffin.
42-yard line. Second down and 6.
Ball at the 42. Pickup of about 4. Michael Griffin, the all-county, all-region returner as a junior. 6'1", 175-pounder. Back to throw. Rifles it down the middle. Has his man. It's going to be incomplete, though. Big hit by Patterson Mill. That's Owen Henfey, number 10, who made that big hit. The ball dropping incomplete, and now another third down play. Third down, about 6 to go for the first down. They've got to do the Cougars down inside the 40 to about the 36. Rolling, Griffin throwing, diving for the ball, incomplete. That'll bring up a fourth down. No, now they're saying it is complete, pardon me. Great diving catch made over there. Is that Brody Renna with that diving catch? It is a first down and 10. The ball at the 30-yard line. Great pass, great catch. Back to throw, looking, throwing, middle, incomplete. Good job defensively over on that far side. It was Malik Adelana in with that break up, bringing up a second down and 10. 7-play drive started at the 35-yard line of Fallston. And it looks like another procedure penalty against the Cougars. If so, that would back them up 5 yards, and that is what it is. A 5-yard penalty against the Cougars. Stays second down, but now it'll be second and just about 14, maybe 15 yards to go for the first down. Penalties have really hurt both teams, but especially the Cougars here tonight. Griffin hands off to Archibong. Archibong right up the left side, gets the first down. The young man, the freshman, first year playing football, you can see what Coach told us. Coach Krumholtz said that he is a talented young man. A 17-yard run on third down. Here you'll see how he breaks off that left side. Good blocking. Hard to believe this young man has never played football, organized football, until this year. Looks like a direct snap that time. Yeah, to the quarterback, Griffin. Griffin's going to pick up a couple of yards. It's a big run by Archibald, keeping that drive going. But it looked like it was about ready to stall. 8-play drive. Now down to the 15-yard line. Griffin rolling left, looking, throwing. Has a man caught and out of bounds. That's Rana. Nope, now they're saying it is incomplete, off the hands of Rana. Another big third down coming up for Fallston. Third down and a long 8, maybe a short 7. It is in 4-down territory, obviously. The ball at the 15-yard line. Griffin. Being rushed, gets it off. Man on the far side. Hit, avoids one tackle, and then is taken down.
Griffin's pass complete to number 10, Zach Lowy.
Zach Lowy with the catch. Luca D'Antata made that catch, made that tackle, I should say, number 23. That'll bring up a 4th down. We saw them punt, Fallston did, earlier in the game, a little pooch punt that went into the end zone. 4th down and about 11. They're going to attempt a field goal, it appears. Yep, this would be a field goal from the 28, about a 38-yard field goal attempt. Down up long enough, it is no good. Off to the right. That ball had plenty of distance but did not get in, so the missed field goal will give Patterson Mill the ball back with 7 minutes and 6 seconds left here in the third period. So Fallston with a big drive started at their own 35-yard line, but it stalled, and then the attempted field goal no good. So Patterson Mill now looking to try to get even in the ball game. They've trailed 7-0 and trailed 15-7 where they are now. Did have it tied at 7. Huskies will take over on their own 20-yard line. 7 minutes, 6 seconds left in the third period. Bryson Hunter. Flag goes down, whistle blow. Flag in the backfield. Waiting for the officials to give us a signal. It's going to be against Patterson Mill. False start is the call. Referee Dave Stewart gives the signals to the to the press box on the far side. Unfortunately, our cameras and myself are on the near side, but we're able to figure it out. So it's a 5-yard penalty, so instead of being 1st and 10, it's now 1st and 15. Rylan Murphy, Alex Bayer, Luke Teal, Jay Baldwin, and Dante Gardner across the front line. Liam Pridgett, Caden Dennis, the wide receivers. Here's a handoff. That's Pridgett. Short gain on 1st down. Gain of maybe about, say 1, maybe a half yard. Kind of a strange call. If you look at Patterson Mill, they're a throwing team. They come out with a 1st and 15, instead running the ball, maybe trying to change up the defenses at Fallston, perhaps what they had seen in the first half. So now under center is Hunter. Hand off again off the left side. This is Fridgen. He's going to pick up good yardage up to about the 20, but it's going to be third down and about 10.
Brought down on the 21-yard line.
Mason Frigid, a first-year player, 97 yards coming in, averaging 4 yards per carry. Big third down and a long 9 to go. They've got to get up to the 30 for the first down. Hunter trying to draw him offside, and he does, I believe. That's going to cost Fallston 5. It won't be a first down, but it does get them 5 yards closer. So now it's going to be third and about 4. Don't know if it's the cadence being called out by quarterback Bryson Hunter or the movement in some reason, some fashion. It's drawing the Fallston Cougars offside. Third down now, third and a short 5, long 4. Ball resting outside the 35 or outside the 25. They've got to get up to the 30. 2 wide receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Bridgen in the backfield with Hunter. Give off to Fridgen. He jumps one tackler but stumbles off with his own man, and it's going to be fourth down. No gain on the play.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Brings up a Patterson.
There you see Bryson Hunter talking to Dave Hurick. Again, it's kind of a strange play in terms of a throwing team. Ran the ball 3 times there, and especially on that key third down. Bringing up a punting situation. Luca Diodato to do the punting. High spiraling punt. Coming down at the 40, and it'll go out of bounds at about the 41 of Fallston.
Patterson Mills punt goes out of bounds at the Fallston 42-yard line. First down, Fallston.
So the Cougars will have the ball at their own 42 in good field position. Up by 8. Late here in this third period, 4:54 and counting left. Now they changed the clock down to 4:39. Fallston had a drive going back in their first drive in the second half. Missed a field goal. Michael Griffin, junior quarterback, looking to throw, throws it. Ball is caught, short gain.
Griffin's pass complete to number 8,
Brody Reyna again. Brody Reyna, I'm sorry, Brody.
Brought down on the Fallston 43-yard line.
A gain of maybe 1, maybe 2. Second down. Second down on long 8. Handoff, Archibong. Still on his feet, gets the first down and more across the 50-yard line down to the 44-yard line.
Wiles his way into Husky territory. And good enough for a Fallston.
This young man,
First down.
Abi Archibong, native of Nigeria. Just really showing why he has so much confidence the coaching staff has in him. Runs it again off the left side. This time short yardage.
Hand off to number 28, Ali Archibong. Brought down just over the 40-yard line.
Archibong runs kind of straight up and down, has that choppy steps of his feet, is able to pick out his holes, and has done a great job here tonight. That handoff almost was taken by Patterson Mill.
Hand off to Archibong.
Archibald got the ball and got about 2 or 3 of the white shirts at the same time. Lucky that they did not fumble that ball. That'll bring up a loss of 3, third and 11. Big third down coming up for Fallston. No huddle offense as they've done all night. Back to throw Griffin, looking, has the time, rolling left. Now it's going to run. He's going to go out of bounds at about the 35-yard line, about 4 yards short of the first down. It is fourth down, but it's fourth and about maybe 4.
36-yard line.
Just about 5. The ball at the 36. They've got to get to the 31 and a half. They're going for it. Here's a big fourth down play. Griffin rolling, looking, throwing, has his man, first down. Oh, and now they say the ball is, wait a minute, let them call it. That is the pass to Nate Buffard. And they're going to say it's complete. Buffard was upset at himself that he slipped down, but he did make the catch and got the first down. We've got an injured player on the field. Buffard with the catch. Again, we say it every time we come to a game where we see an injury. They have medical staff, trainers on site out there to take a look and see if they can provide first aid as quickly as possible. Nice catch by Bavard. Now remember, Bavard has the touchdown pass. That came in the first half from Griffin. Don't know who the young man who's injured. I have no idea what the injury is, but happy to see him up and now on his feet and coming off the field. Fans here on the near side giving a hand to Alex Villani, number 4, who went down. Hopefully just the wind knocked out of him, and now he'll come over to the bench and take a seat and get more medical attention. So first down and 10, the Cougars on the catch by Buffard. Clock at 2:27. Left in the third period. Now the clock wound and rolling. Michael Griffin, number 1, sends this man in motion. Back to throw without a fake. Rolling, now he's gonna run. Tucks it away, gets the first down and more, out of bounds. He goes near the 10-yard line. Michael Griffin showing the great scrambling ability. Looked like that was not a planned run. He went back to throw the ball. Saw everyone was covered, tucked the ball away, and got the first down. Ball at the 14-yard line, first down and 10. This drive started at the Fallston 42. Griffin looking to throw, has a man on the left side. It's complete. Short gain down inside the 10. That's Zach Lowy again making the catch. Lowy, a senior, one of the captains on the team. 6 foot, 190 pounds, also plays baseball. Had 9 receptions coming in. Lowy, a 4.0 plus student, headed to either Bucknell, Lehigh, or Cornell to play football next year. Zach Lowy. Second down and 2. Handoff to Archibong. Archibong in for the touchdown. It is a 5-yard touchdown run for Archibong. You'll see him run it in. Archibong just stays low, runs, and he sees that opening, goes right for it. Touchdown by Archibong from 5 yards out. That advances the score now to 21-7. The extra point attempt up, and it is good. That'll make it now 22-7. And that pleases the Fallston faithful, as you can see on the near side. Ariel Foot and her band striking up the appreciation. The cheerleaders on the field also chiming in. Just a great night here at Fallston. Beautiful night. The wind picking up just a little bit. Maybe it's a little breeze now. Temperatures in the 70s. Started out as a very humid day, but it's now cooled off, and just a perfect Friday night for high school football. That a 58-yard drive, 7 plays, culminated by Archibald from 5 yards out. That's his second touchdown of the night. For Albie Archibald, he also has a 2-point conversion. Still time left, obviously, for Patterson Mill. 1:31 left in the third. Two scores down now. It's a little squib kick. Fumbled around and now jumped on and held by Patterson Mill at the 30-yard line.
Fallston's kick covered off by number 12, William Bridget.
Probably the right idea once you start bobbling that ball around. Try to pick it up and you fumble it again. This time they just go right on the ball at the 30-yard line. 31-yard line, that's where Patterson Mill will put the ball in play.
31-yard line. First and 10, Huskies.
Huskies very uncustomarily for them in that first 3 and out they had. They ran the ball 3 times. I think I have a feeling that Coach Herrick will go right back to that passing attack with Bryson Hunter. That's what he's doing on first down. Being rushed, gets rid of it. He's going to throw it away. Hunter with that great arm.
Bryson Hunter's pass incomplete.
Threw the ball 96 times in the first 2 games. Hunter coming over to the sideline, getting a play from his coach.
Flag on the field.
Flag is down. Looks like it's going to go against Patterson Mill.
Holding against the offense.
Holding is the call, so they're going to
10-yard penalty.
wipe the down away and take the penalty, Will Fallston. So instead of being 2nd and 10, it'll be 1st and 20. Backing the Huskies all the way back to the 20-yard line. They've got to get out to the 40 for a first down. Bridget resetting. Hunter waiting for the snap. Being rushed, gets it off. It's a screen pass, but it's going to be incomplete. Hunter is telling his team, going up and make the blocks. Let me draw the defenders in. Boston's done a good job all night long putting pressure on Hunter. Hunter's not had time to sit back there and pick out his receivers. 2nd down, 20 yards to go. Being rushed, gets it off. It's going to be incomplete.
Hunter's pass incomplete.
Pass intended over to the near side, incomplete, bringing up a 3rd down now. 3rd and 10 from the 21-yard line.
Up 3rd down.
John Connolly, the PA announcer, letting the fans know it is 3rd down for the opponent. Big down coming up for Patterson Mill. Seems to be a little confusion in the backfield. Hunter calling out the signal, still time, gets rid of it. Now rolls. Looking to try to throw, he gets rid of it, has his man, but it's going to be incomplete. Incomplete out at the 35-yard line. That'll bring up a 4th down, 4th and 20 to go, and that'll bring up a punting situation for Patterson Mill inside the final minute of the 3rd period. We give credit to that Fallston defensive front. Cade Newman, Cole Shea, Brandon Smith, linebackers Joey Reinhardt, Riley Buttinger, Finn Ribasi, and Nate Buffard. They have really put pressure on. And I'll ask my friend, do you feel rain? Yeah, we're feeling a little sprinkle out here. That wasn't supposed to happen. Here's the punt. Low line drive kind of punt. And it'll roll dead at about the 42-yard line.
Patterson Mill's punt is down.
Ball at the 42-yard line where Fallston will take over. And indeed, it is beginning to sprinkle a bit here.
Flag on the play.
Flag down. Let's see what that call will be. Students, they don't really care. They're just standing up and getting wet. Parents beginning to don some, if they brought along raincoats and so forth. It's the last time I listened to the weatherman who said, 0 chance of rain tonight. So I guess what I'm feeling is just like a low-hanging cloud. Holding is on Fallston, and I believe that means they'll still have the ball, but instead of having it on the 42, they'll have it on the 32. Yeah, the crowd beginning to scatter as the rain falls a little harder. Even the students are abandoning and heading for cover. Here comes Fallston with the ball. Hemmed in, Archibald. He's going to go down. Going to be right at the line of scrimmage. Our crew hustles to try to cover their cameras. Notice nobody comes over to cover me with anything. I'm replaceable, I'm told. Cameras are not. Second down, 2nd and 10. Timeout on the field. And that is the end of the 3rd period. And hopefully the end of that little brief rainstorm that we've had here at Fallston High School. Here comes Tim bringing me a raincoat. Oh, no, he's bringing more cover for the cameras. "12 minutes left in this contest, and the students have abandoned us. Did you notice the students went for cover? I'm talking to my friend here that is wondering why the parents are all staying here getting wet and the students have gone for cover. Getting set for the start of the 4th period. The rain continuing to pelt down a little harder now. Just thought I'd be the weatherman. What was that, 5% chance of rain? Sounds like the 5% is right here in Fallston. So what had been a perfectly wonderful night has now turned into a bit of a wet, perfect night. As Fallston takes over now, starting here in the 4th period. Archibald, young man caught by the jersey and taken down. May have a little bit more trouble calling in the numbers for you here as we go deeper into the game. Ball at the 37, 3rd down. 3rd down and about 4 yards to go for the 1st down. Griffin calling signals. Back to throw. Has his man. Did he hold on to the ball? What a catch. That catch by Zach Lowy. Went up, caught the ball, was hit just as he caught it, maintained possession of the ball. What a catch by Zach Lowy. That is a 1st down for Fallston. What a catch by Lowy. Hit just as he went up to catch the ball. Very legal hit, but was able to hold on to it. Archibald cutting outside, fumbles the ball, And he either got it back or it went out of bounds. Talking to Coach Krumholtz, he said that, yeah, Archibald is going to make some mistakes because he is a freshman, never played the game before. But you can see the raw talent that this young man has. Patterson Mill coaching staff talking to the officials. Not sure what the discussion is about. Might be a replacement of the ball. Archibald broke clear around the left side, fumbled the ball. It went kind of straight up in the air. Archibald either was able to get on it or it went out of bounds. In either case. Oh, okay, now we're hearing, thank you, Booth. It sounds like the referee was kind of caught in the middle of that scrum. So the medical staff went out to check on the official. Looks like he's okay. Everyone's okay, except for me that I'm wet. But that's no biggie. The ball on the 50-yard line, right at midfield. Second down and about 4. Michael Griffin hands it off to Archibald. He's going to be hit right as he comes into the line of scrimmage. Good job by the center of that defensive line by Patterson Mill.
Hand off to Joey Reinhardt. Pushes the pile.
Gavin Volker in on that tackle. That's third down now, 3rd and 1. Ball at the 48-yard line. High snap, give off into the deep backfield. That's going to be good enough for the first down. It was Matt Clayberg. Clayberg who made that first down run.
Moves it to the 46-yard line. Good enough for a Fallston. First down.
Cougars moving now again, up by 2 scores at 22-7. Michael Griffin being rushed, gets it off long, high pass, looking for Lowy. The ball is out of bounds.
Griffin's pass incomplete.
Whistle is blowing on the field.
Number 10, Zach Lowy. Flags on the play.
Another flag on the play. We have seen more than our share of yellow hankies on the field. Officials meeting to talk it over. Dave Stewart, the referee, conferring with his staff. It looks like, well, we don't want to hazard a guess right now what the penalty is, but the officials will let us know. Personal foul going against Fallston. Cougars have been, if they've had one problem tonight, and I'm sure that Coach Krumholtz will address it, and that is penalties. Penalty took away a touchdown from them and now has moved them all the way back to their own 40-yard line. They've got to get down to the 35 of Patterson Mill for the first down. There you see Coach Krumholtz. You got to be happy about leading 22-7, but you know, coaches tend to find the negative that they can tell their team about, even in a great performance. And right now, it is penalties that are keeping Fallston from putting this game away. Coach Derek Krumholtz, in his first year as coaching here at Fallston, coached at Kenwood both as an assistant. He was at Edgewood as an assistant. Also the Kenwood head coach. Taking over now in his first year at Fallston. Back to throw, Griffin gets it off. Has his man complete. Complete to number 2. And I do apologize for not being able to get these. That's Mylan Daravan. Our rosters have become a little bit wet as the night has gone on. Thank goodness not to create a jinx, but it appears that the rain has slacked up, relented, almost stopped. Third down and 4. Back to throw. Griffin being rushed. Going to be hit. No, he avoids that tackle and now is hit and taken out of bounds short of the first down. Ball at about the line of scrimmage, about the 48-yard line.
Michael Griffin with the scramble. Steps out of bounds at midfield. 4th and 14 Cougars.
Fourth down and about 4 to go. It looks like they will send in the punting unit, will the Cougars. Up again by 22-7, that 15-point lead. No, it's a fake out. Nope, it's a pooch kick. Michael Griffin, the left-footed kicker, hits one and it rolls and rolls and rolls down inside the 5-yard line, all the way down to the 1 or 2. What a kick. The old running kick, that time sort of the Australian punting style. It looked like Griffin was going to take off running. Griffin, who's a right-handed passer, apparently a left-footed kicker, or maybe he's just...
First down, Patterson Mill.
Do you call ambidextrous being both-footed? I know it's both armed, both left and right. Let's just say he can maybe kick with both feet. We've only seen him kick with the left foot so far, but again, as a right-hander, I'm impressed. Michael Griffin has played an outstanding game at quarterback. Now backed way up, just about in their own shadow of their goal line. Avoids the safety and throws it out. Bryson Hunter been under pressure all night long. Brings up a second down. Second down and 10. Ball just about on the 5-yard line. Throws now long pass, got a man open. It's caught on the far sideline, and out of bounds he goes. It may have been Caden Dennis.
Hunter's pass complete to number 4, Alex Villani.
Nope, they're saying it's Alex Villani with that great completion. Here you'll see how he's open down that left sideline, and Villani is able to haul it in and pick up the first down. Boy, that's a big one. You'll see this pass caught by Villani and knocked out of bounds, but not until he gets the first down. Big escape by Patterson Mill. Now first down and 10. Hunter. Almost, it's intercepted. Taken away by Fallston. The Cougars get their 3rd interception of the night. That one coming from Trent Richter. It looked like the Patterson Mill receiver broke off the pattern. Richter stayed with it and made the one-handed interception. The 3rd interception of the night. You'll see here how it happened. Watch the Patterson Mill breaks it off. Great interception, one-handed. Taps it to himself, does Richter, and returns the ball just about to the 50-yard line. 3rd interception on the night for Fallston. That was an outstanding play. Now you see the students have returned. Good to have you back. The rain has stopped, and so they've returned. Fallston students celebrating so far. It's been a great night, especially for the Cougars. Looks like there's going to be some sort of a mark-off against the Cougars. Again, if you are Coach Krumholtz, the one thing you can say to your team on Monday, you cannot allow yourself to get these penalties, because in a game that's closer than this particular one is right now, it could make the difference. Keeping the ball is Griffin. Dragged down after a gain of about 4.
Michael Griffin with the keeper.
Michael Griffin has really demonstrated great ability tonight, not only in throwing the ball, but also in running it. He's kept that Patterson Mill defense just off stride, not knowing whether the pass is coming or the run is coming. Clock running as you see, and right now the clock is the friend of the Fallston Cougars. No hurry to snap it. Have 30 seconds to snap the ball between plays. Second down, long 6. Patch out. Archibald. Good tackle on the far side.
Pitch out to number 28, Bobby Archibald. Brought down just beyond the line of scrimmage.
Bobby Archibald, number 28, the freshman, 5'8", 170 pounds. Coming into this game, had 114 yards in the 2 games played, 6.0 per carry, 2 touchdowns. He has 2 more touchdowns tonight, plus a 2-point conversion. Fallston led 15-7 at the half. They've added a touchdown in the 3rd period to go up by 22-7 with the ball and time on their side. Griffin.
Go, baby, go!
Archibald. Good job by Patterson Mill, holding up the center of that line. Gavin Volker, Abram Green, Luca Diodato. Archibald picked up maybe a half yard. 4th down. 4th down and about 3. Now let's be ready for this left-footed Australian rules type kick. Right now they're lining up like they're going to go for it. Michael Griffin maybe trying to draw them offside. That does appear to be what he's doing. And now the timeout called by the Cougars as Patterson Mill, very disciplined, didn't jump offside, and that will bring up a punting situation. Derek Krumholtz, the PE teacher, technical teacher at C. Milton Wright, coaching here at Fallston. Last year, this Fallston team ended up 9-3. They lost to Dunbar in the state semifinals. Patterson Mill also had an outstanding season last year. They ended 8-4, losing in the state quarterfinals. There you see the band, who's done a great job here tonight, staying despite the weather turning a little bit sour. Ariel Foote, the band director, a great halftime show put on by the Fallston Cougar Marching Cougar Band. Fourth down, punting situation. Again, it is the left foot this time, a high booming kick. It's going to hit and go sideways, roll dead about at the 25-yard line.
Cougars punt down on the 25-yard line.
So Michael Griffin, who has been a triple threat here tonight, throwing the ball, running the ball, and kicking the ball. 22-7, the 15-7 halftime lead.
This will be a great time to text your parents that there's only 5:22 left in the game.
7 minutes or 7 points here in this in a 3rd period, and now the 4th period, as you see, with just 5:22 left to play. Huskies need to score twice and score quickly. Hunter waving his man farther down the field, and another interception. Let's see if he caught it in bounds. They're going to say yes, he did. The interception made by number 3, and that is Tavon Spencer. Another one of those balls where it was number 9 with the interception. Under pressure, a long throw. Yep, it is Matt Claben with the interception, not number 3, but number 9, Matt Claben. Again, almost a carbon copy of the last interception where the ball was overthrown. The Patterson Mill receiver stopped. The Fallston defender stayed right with it. And so it is the, I've lost track, fourth or fifth interception of the night. I believe it is the fourth. Archibong with the run. Again, I repeat many times, he is a freshman. Abba Archibong never has played the game of football in an organized way until this year as a freshman in high school. Standout star soccer player, native of Nigeria. He's a headache for the rest of the league, not only for this year, but for 3 more years. Speaking of headaches, there goes Griffin again. Michael Griffin, the all-county, all-region player last year as a sophomore. 6'1", 175-pounder. Rushing at a 9.1 yards per carry clip. Coaching staff of Fallston bringing the team over. That coaching staff doing a great job tonight. Frank Inardino, Bill Brenniger, Johnny Woods, Jeff Tyler, assisting Derek Krumholtz. Clock stopped at the 4-minute mark left in the contest. Now running at 3:57. Fallston with the ball. Up by 15 points. Archibong in motion. Hunter gets rid of it. Down the middle, has a man just overthrown. Michael Griffin just a little bit tall. Had him open. Brody Reyna was open. Great throw by Griffin, just a little bit long. Clock stopped at 3:36. 4th down. Well, at least they have 4th down marked on the, let's see, back to throw again is Griffin. Being rushed, gets rid of it. Oh, off the hands. No good. Could have been partially a slick ball. That ball was really thrown hard.
Patterson Mill takes over on downs. 1st and 10, Huskies.
Ball was thrown with a good deal of pace on it. Would have been a 1st down, but instead Patterson Mill will take over. 1st and 10, 3:28 left. Down by 15. As you know, you get a touchdown, a 2-point conversion. 16 points if you can get 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions. So Patterson Mill still has a shot, but they've got to score quickly here and get the ball back. Short pass, taken out of bounds.
Hunter's pass complete to number 12.
Liam Pridgeon with the catch. Be a 2nd down.
Knocked out of bounds at the 48-yard line.
Does get out of bounds. He's out of bounds at the 48-yard line of the Patterson Mill Huskies. Hunter back to throw, being rushed, running, throwing low, and I think that ball may have skipped in. Yeah, it did. Incomplete is the call.
Hunter's pass incomplete.
Bryson Hunter has been under pressure this entire night.
Brings up another 3rd down.
Even when he's had a time to throw, it's been running for his life and then throwing the ball on the run. 4 interceptions by the Fallston Cougars. Third down. Has some time this time. Throws it a bit high. No, and it's caught. That ball bounced around and hauled in by number 16. And that's Leland Williams. That ball almost intercepted. You'll see how the ball pops up in the air.
Official timeout on the field.
Fallston defender almost had it, but Williams grabs it right out of his hands. Great replay, guys. Takes it down for the first down. Timeout on the field as they attend to the young man, the Fallston player, down on the field. Happy to see him getting up and off the field. It's a hand. Looks like it may have been Brody Reyna. Brody Reyna was the young man that almost had a chance to make the interception. Had the ball snatched right out of his hands by Williams. 3 minutes, 7 seconds left here in this game. Patterson Mill needing a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to put this game, the outcome in doubt. Waiting for the snap. Hunter being pressed, gets rid of it. It's complete to the near side. Short completion, completed to number 4, Alex Villani.
Bryson Hunter's pass complete to number 4, Alex Villani.
Villani picks up about 4 yards. He stays in bounds, so the clock continues to run. 2:40. Hunter waiting for the snap. Has a man open on the far side. It's going to be incomplete. Good defensive job done over there by Fallston. Fallston's number 11. That's Richter, Trent Richter, who made the defensive play on that far side. Checking now, they are saying that the ball was caught. Wow, it looked like Richter had been able to knock it down, but the ball was caught. And so it does now come up a first down and goal inside the 10 at about the 9. What a catch on that far side. Looking for the touchdown. Rolling, throwing. They're saying a touchdown, and it is a touchdown. Keeping the feet in bounds. Great catch. It looks like it was for Villani. Alex Villani made a catch and kept those feet in bounds, and that does make it now 22-13. Villani. Here you'll see the replay. Watch how he's able to keep those toes in bounds. What a catch. Alex Villani. So the 9-yard TD pass, and now the key 2-point conversion. Makes it 22-13. 2-point conversion could make it 22-15. Back to throw, being rushed, throws it, complete. That's to Villani again from Hunter. And so the 2-point conversion for Villani. And fans, we have a game at 22-15. The 7-point lead now for Fallston. You can bet we're going to see an onside kick, and if Patterson Mill can recover the ball, they'll have a chance to score the touchdown and make it 22-21, and then the decision to go for 1 to tie it and force overtime, or to go for 2. Right now, though, we have to think about the first job that Patterson Mill has, and that is to get the onside kick. They talk about putting the hands team in, and that's what happened with Fallston. They put all their wide receivers and running backs up on the line of scrimmage at the 50. Ball has to go 10 yards, and then it's anybody's ball. If a Fallston player touches it with inside that 10 yards and Patterson Mill gets it, it is their ball. Here's the play of the game. Bounces up. It's free. Let's see. Did Patterson Mill get it? Wait for the official call. I think they're ruling that Fallston recovered the ball. What a play by the Fallston Cougars. Boy, how key was that? That could have gone either way. Instead, Fallston now retains possession, and with 1:54, if you take 30 seconds per play, pretty close to being able to run the clock down inside, 30 seconds left, even without a first down. Clock will start on the snap. 1:52 left. Archibald. Fallston bench yelling, hold on to the football.
Handoff to number 28, Avi Archibald.
Pardon me, I didn't consider the timeouts by Patterson Mill. They can use their 3 timeouts that will keep the clock from running down.
Ball on the field by Patterson Mill. That is their first of the second half.
First timeout, they've got 2 more. So with 1:44, logically, Fallston will have to pick up a first down to run the clock out. First down gained about a yard. There you see the Patterson Mill coaching staff telling their players what they have to do. And the Fallston band still going strong here late in the game. A little bit wet maybe after that rainstorm, but still very enthusiastic. So here we go now, second down and 9. Handoff, Archibald. Archibald still on his feet, got the first down. That could do it. That could do it. Although 2 more timeouts by Patterson Mill. Archibald, what great balance. He just sees the field so well. Something you really cannot teach a runner, and that is that balance, that instinct of when to cut. I've said it about a dozen times. I'll say it one more time. He is a freshman, and a freshman without any experience playing the game of football, being a soccer player by trade. Coach Krumholtz told me that he had been coaching young Archibald since he was 10 years old. And coming to Fallston here along with his twin brother, Ubi, who's also a member of the team. Said he tried him out in the scrimmages, wondering whether he would be up to speed, and was great in the scrimmages. So he said, yeah, let's give him a try. And here tonight you have seen, let's say, the coming out star making ability of Archibald. Trying to tackle the ball rather than man. Archibald is able to hold on to it. He did fumble one time tonight. Clock now at 1:26. I believe that is the last timeout that Patterson Mill can take. It'll be a second down. Second down and 9 yards to go. Unless there is some kind of a mistake on the part of the Fallston Cougars, they can run this play, and then Patterson Mill cannot take a timeout. They could run one more play. So figuring 30 seconds per play, they could take it down just about to the 30-second mark without getting a first down and leaving the ball deep in Patterson Mill territory. Of course, they might want to punt the ball away on that 4th down. So here we go on a second down play, second down and 9. In that victory formation, they call it, means they'll just snap, they'll wait and then take a knee. The clock stops at 1:23. The clock does not stop until the quarterback, whoever is the man with the ball, takes a knee, and it does at 1:21, and now continues to run on 3rd down. 22-15, as you see the score. It was 15-7 at the half. Fallston made it 22-7. Patterson Mill came back on a beautiful touchdown throw to Villani and the 2-point conversion to make it a game at 22-15. And then the onside kick where the ball apparently, or at least seemingly, laid there for a minute until finally Fallston was able to cover it. Clock running at 38 seconds, and now it's stopped.
Timeout on the field called by Fallston.
Fallston calls the timeout. They've got one more
Second of the half, leaving one remaining.
one more play to run, figuring that if Patterson Mill does get the ball back, they'll have almost no time on the clock. Third down and about 12. Got a Fallston defender back in the defensive zone. 35 seconds, and that should be, and as the hand shaking all around, Michael Griffin will take the ball off the field with him as the Fallston Cougars have won here at home over the Pattersonville Huskies by a final score of 22-15. They go to 2-1 on the year, 1-0 in the Tidings division. Pattersonville goes to 1-2 on the year and 0-1 in their division. What a ball game, what a fun ball game to watch. Both teams playing very well. Fallston taking a 7-0 lead, leading by 15-7, then taking a 22-7 lead. Pattersonville coming back and making it a close game at 22-15, but unable to get the ball back to have a chance to try to tie the game or win it. Hope you've enjoyed it, fans. It has been fun here from Fallston. Abby Archambault doing a great job for Fallston, along with Michael Griffin, the quarterback who passed and threw his team, I should say passed and ran his team to the victory. Congratulations to Fallston. Congratulations to Patterson-Mill on a whale of a football game. Hope you've enjoyed it. Don Morrison for Harford TV. Stay tuned every week for the Sports Showcase events on Harford TV. Good night, everyone.